So I get this question more times than I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and answer it for you guys. So I got a question on my YouTube channel. And the girl said, how were you able to take your son home from the hospital if you were high on meth when you gave birth to him? I had my son July 4th of 2014. And at that time, they didn't just drug test you if they thought or for any reason. You had to be like suspected to be high. That day when I came into the hospital, it was about 8 a.m. when I came to the hospital, and I asked them, please, can I go home? I will come back when I'm dilated, because when I got there, I was only dilated to like 1. So I went home and I went through my whole labor at the house. When I finally came back to the hospital, I was 8.5 centimeters dilated. After being there for an hour and getting an epidural, I went into labor and I had my son at around midnight, a little bit after midnight, because it was July 4th the next day. So when my son came out, he was completely healthy. They gave him his, those APGAR tests that they give newborn babies, and everything came back good. And they handed him to me, and they gave me pain medication because I had just given birth. And they also had to give me a shot of something to bring my heart rate up while I was in labor. So I had opiates, and whatever they gave me to elevate my heart, which could have been a stimulant. So no one ever came to my child and took him away from me or did anything that was shady. They washed him, they cleaned him, they gave him to me, I breastfed him. And 2 days later, I got to take him home. So basically, the only thing I can tell you is that they either didn't test either one of us, or it was a miracle and God protected my son from me. And I tend to think it's the latter, because I prayed the whole time I was in the hospital, because I was so afraid that they were going to take him from me. And I knew down in my heart of hearts that if they had taken my son from me that day, I probably would have committed suicide or continued using.